Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There is almost no way I could see this movie this early and do a review without spoilers. So I did a review already. I did it without spoilers. It was bland. It was without the spoilers. I tried to keep the review in the middle without giving away too much to the left or the right. You know, this one it's got spoilers. This review right here has spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, if you don't want to know what's going on, check out my other review. But if you don't mind the spoilers, or if you have seen it, or if you're just curious, stick around. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, starring Chris Pratt, David Bautista, Sylvester Stallone, and yes, the rumors are true. He's Skyhawk for all intents and purposes. Kurt Russell is Ego. Everybody knows that from the previews. And a ton more people. Somebody that's in the movie that I was not 100% sure, Ving Rhames is in the movie, and he is Charlie 27. If you're not familiar with the comic book, Starhawk and Charlie 27, Yondu, these are some of the original team members. This is a comic book adaptation, and many moons ago the comic was done with a certain group of people to make it more cutting edge, to make it more a nuance for people who are watching or reading the comic books today. They changed almost the entire cast and added a bunch of different people. Guardians of the Galaxy. But the ones that we see in the movie are not the comic book's original ones. But they're introduced in this movie, which was big for me. And a lot of the people that were there too. I heard a lot of yelling and, yeah, man. So that's big. They're going to give away hidden Easter eggs hidden throughout this entire movie. I'll give you one, just one. I don't want to give away too much of the movie, but Ego, and you're going to find this out fairly quick, so I guess it's not really a spoiler, because if you go see the movie, if you stay for 10 minutes, you'll know Ego is a planet, and Kurt Russell plays his sentient self when this living planet wants to venture out. It says the Kurt Russell body out to speak people, talk to people, stuff like that. And in the comic books, from space you look at it and it's got eyes and a mouth and a nose, and you can see it's got features, human features. They show that just briefly. They show like a glimpse of the planet, and it's like, and you see the face, and it's just like the comic book, which for me was incredible. It took me right back to old comic books. Mostly Ego was in Thor, but he kind of bounced around in a few different places. Batista is going to steal a few scenes. To me, he was hilarious. When he roars into laughter, that was just hilarious to me, because he was so enjoying whatever it was at that particular moment that was happening, that he pulls you in and makes you enjoy it too. Essentially what you've got is the Guardians of the Galaxy are on a mission. They wrong the people that they're on the mission for. And those people take great offense to that. So that starts the beginning of the conflict with these people that they just did a job for. And these people are powerful people. So while trying to escape, they meet Ego, and Ego pulls them in, brings them to the planet. They meet Mantis. There's several things going on the planet that give the Guardians pause. There's a couple of stories going on at the same time. While that's happening, you've got Yondu with the Ravengers, which they let you know that the Ravengers are not just a bunch of dudes and ships robbing people, but they're an organization of dudes out there robbing people. They're left and right, hitting the galaxy for everything it's worth, I guess. There are 100 chapters of Ravengers, so they're like a biker gang, and they've got chapters here, there, and everywhere. And Yondu is the leader of one of the chapters, which is cool. They introduced the original Guardians of the Galaxy. That was a big thing for me. I think there's for sure going to be a part 3. They left too many unanswered things and too many suggested things that there couldn't possibly be a part 3. They could, of course, carry on in another movie and pick things up, but I think there's just going to be a Guardians 3, Volume 3. It's a good movie. It was a good movie. It was an exciting movie. The visuals were definitely on point. In that aspect, it kind of reminded me of Doctor Strange, because they're flying through space and going through, wormholes or time, whatever. They were going through one spot to another. I'm thinking it was essentially wormholes. And it reminded me of Doctor Strange when he was going through the different dimensions. It was a similar effect. And they introduce a lot of new things that are cosmic-esque type things. And I think if you see this movie, you're going to dig it. There's so much I want to give away, but I don't want to give away everything. But stay till the lights come on, because there's 5 Easter eggs, man. And one of them is super ginormous, titanic, mega Easter egg. You're going to want to see that. If it's a comic book Easter egg, it tells you something that if you read the books, you're like, oh man, wow, it's like if they redid Rocky, and in Rocky 1 he's fighting nobodies, and then at the end of Rocky 1 somebody picks up a newspaper and it's like, Apollo Creed. It would pop. You'd be like, Apollo Creed, oh my God. That's the kind of a giveaway they give in the movie. Something that people have been waiting on is here. And I think that was pretty good, actually. It was a good Easter egg. It was a great Easter egg. The other Easter eggs that they do were, comical. They were for fun. They had a little bit of stuff in it that they were talking about, but there's one in particular and it's quick. It's like 30, 40, 50 seconds, maybe even just over a minute, but it's quick and it's important. There's a lot of comedy in this particular movie. Right at the edge of being too much, but for me personally, they were good. Jokes were good. They were on point. They were coming from the right characters at the right time. It was good. It was a good movie. I would definitely say check it out. But have you seen the Guardians of the Galaxy? Do you want to know more? Have you read the books? What's your favorite superhero movie? Let's talk about it down here in the comments. And as always, look, I give this movie 8 bags of popcorn. It's that good. It's 8 bags. If they'd have changed a few things, it would almost be like an 8.5. But 8 bags of popcorn. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, right down here in the corner, click my face and subscribe. And then like.